Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. People asked for a bullet run. You know what? Let's do a freaking bullet run. I'll be a freaking bullet bunny wielding a carrot, and I'm not talking about my crunchy stick. I like the bullet. Yo, I heard a brown chest in a secret room. Awesome. Let's keep our eyes open for that. I like the bullet for the most part because I like being able to just run into the enemies. I think that's a lot of fun. The only part about this character that I hate is that if you ever get hit, you can't use your weapons anymore. But for the most part, that's not a problem once you pick up another couple of guns, so. Well, now we have a proximity mine. I love being aggressive. Be aggressive. How does that song go? There's one girlie at the tourney and it's kill or be killed. Dodge sound though. I like the dodge sound. I like the dodge sound of the bullet and the robot. Pow, pow. It's like you're being shot out of a cannon. Well, out of a gun, really, let's be honest. Keep that water barrel intact, because we're gonna have the room right here, never mind. But yeah, assuming that we either don't get hit or we get a new gun, we'll be totally fine on this run. But that's a dangerous moment when you enter a Gungeon run. You're playing as the bullet and you get hit in like the first room. How many times has that happened to me? It happens like 30% of all of my bullet runs. First room, I take damage because I'm trying to just run into all the enemies. AJD says, I hate getting blasphemy in a paradox run because it is not contact immunity. That too. That should be our secret room right there. Ooh, it's not a blue chest. Or sorry, a brown chest. It's two blue chests that had two guns. So this immediately solves the problems I was having. We've got guns. Let's do it. We got two good guns as well. Sniper rifle and barrel are both acceptable. That's the other thing too, is that the blasphemy, the sword, is exceptionally confusing on other characters because you think to yourself, I can roll into the enemies, and then you take a lot of damage and then you die. You enter the graveyard. Enter the. I like that she's here. We can get some money. Your sword looks like a carrot? That's a very rude thing to say to me. A man. It feels kind of, I find it kind of weird that you can unlock the bullet starting gun, says AJD. I mean, I guess there's more things to talk about regarding the bullet starting weapon. One is that it's exceptionally OP because it blocks bullets, so it keeps you safe. Maybe that's why it is, able to be unlocked as a starting gun. But I suppose you're not wrong. The fact that you can unlock it as a starting gun makes it unique in all of the characters, because it's the only character starting weapon that you can unlock. You okay, Gatling go? So that does make it a little unique there. Jump again? Nope, you're gonna just try to hit me. Dun, 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 dun. There are starting items for every character that you can unlock. Even the pilot, you can unlock his disarming personality item. You can unlock the picture with the convict, the dog with the hunter, and the training manual for the Marine. But this is the only starting gun that you can unlock. I guess that just makes it unique, which makes it kind of interesting and fun, right? Do you know how to do flashing? Has that not been patched out yet? Oh right, the lockpick too. So lockpick and disarming personality. You're right. Has guard flashing not been patched out? I thought it got patched out a long time ago, but I might be thinking of something else. It's when you swing, reload, turn around quickly with the blasphemy, and then it does damage to all the enemies on screen or some stuff, some cheaty stuff like that. Ew. Okay, I will take the big boy. And this is gonna be a gun. Dungeon Ant. Not bad. Hopefully we get a synergy to go along with this. Every bug is still there. They don't update the game anymore. I mean, okay. Yes, you're right. They haven't updated the game in years, but also, I've been playing this game for even longer. I don't remember what bugs exist in the game. You gotta give me a little credit here. I remember some of the bugs that got patched out, and that was a long time ago, like the fact that the ammo drop system was completely broken on release. That's one that I remember. By the way, nukes. You are a blue guy, you're a red guy, so you're 2 shots, you're 3 shots. Credit that you know this game like the back of your hand. I mean, I don't know my hand that much anymore. I burned my finger a couple of days ago on the stove. Now who knows who I am? I'm not even a man anymore, I'm more of a machine. Board God towing. Board God toying with the Gungeon. I can't speak today. If only I was a Gungeon God. If I was a deity in the Gungeon universe, like YV is the deity of guns in the Gun God universe, what would be my path? What would be my, like, my aspect, you know? Like the god of archery, the god of whiskey and wine. Would it be the god of dodge rolls? I would be LJ. You know, he's his own creature, but I like the thought, Ellington. God of BZDD23, the god of challenges. Well, I mean, that's Daisuke. God of just dodge forehead. RNG god I can actually accept. I sometimes do get pretty nice RNG in this video game. How about the god of nukes? I know one bug that if you have full metal jacket and open the map, you're invincible to damage the sour lemonade. Oh, I remember that one too, yeah. I did that once. And I was like, yep. I think I've seen that one before. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be the big boys, huh? Just trying to go, oh my god. I said I was gonna try to get a stun out of it, instead he just died. I'm doing too much damage. God of muscle memory. God of playing this game for far too long and having a very long YouTube playlist. All right. Zerg says, I'm sad now. I knew my milk was close to going bad, but I thought I had a few more days. I was heating it up, and it decided to curdle in the pot because I'm making pizza rolls now. Are you making like a cheese sauce? Or are you making a bechamel? If I'm going to use a dairy to make a sauce, I'm gonna be using a cream, not a milk. And it's exactly for that purpose. I don't like it when the milk kind of like curdles or separates in the pot, you know? Cream is more resilient. That's what the pasta box says. I gotcha. In that case, yeah, if you're, you know, getting the powder out and you just need to mix it with a liquid, yeah. That's acceptable. We're gonna buy Baby Good Mimic. We're gonna buy a key. The Mimic has a synergy? Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. Maybe we'll get a better Mimic friend in the future, you know? Careful. Devolver gun. So this is gonna be an item, so I will open it. Heavy boots. I'll take it. Oh, and, oh, we already found the secret room. Great. Let's fight the boss. Did you snooze, you lose, be appropriate here. I mean, whenever you're making pasta and you can't make it anymore, everyone loses. Mostly you, but everyone else loses too, because now the thought of a nice warm pasta has been lost to all of us. You shouldn't, although, I guess I don't know what kind of pasta you're making. You know, it could just be a box macaroni and cheese. It could be like one of those fancy dinner pastas that have like pesto or something like that. And it's like, you gotta use a milk. You could use a cream if you got it. You could probably just use water and butter. Sour Lemonade says teapot trash gun. Yeah, it is. That's why I'm using it. Sour Lemonade says I'm a Fusilli guy myself, because you silly. We got Battle Standard, which is interesting. Doesn't really synergize with anything right now, but maybe later. Let's get out of here. I guess we can go back to Blasphemy for a while, save some ammo. I'm noticing with heavy boots, we don't get pulled forward. That could be a negative, but let's give it a shot. Let's give it a try. Get it? Give it a shot? Ha-ha! He's still got it. Mimic do be chilling in the corner. Yeah. It always feels so out of place to not shoot forward whenever you swing. AJD says, I'm betting on Super Space Turtle. The funny thing is, Super Space Turtle isn't even that good with the Baby Good Mimic, because if you get the turtle synergy, you already get 4 of them. But I guess, you know, 2 is better than 1, right? Antipop says, you slay me? Ha ha ha! It is really weird to not fling forward. Yeah, I saw that coming. Where are ya? Woo! Weaponize every word. Weaponize? Ha ha! We have enough money for the Nod Key, so we might buy it on this run. We'll see. That should kill it. Even though that was pretty scary. So far, this is not like a 10 out of 10 run. We're kind of just waiting. We're waiting for the game to give us something better. Like familiars. Is this gun joke trend going to continue? Okay, that's pushing it a little bit. AJD says, I wish Rat was in Boss Rush. I want to practice it. Specifically the punch out or like the first or the second phases? Rabbit versus Rat, the ultimate mammal showdown of Ultimate Destiny. All of it, to be honest. I mean, you could just get good. I kind of agree with you. I mean, what I find particularly interesting about that is that Gungeon does have references to a super boss rush in the code. It's just not hooked up to anything and it's not used. But I think the developers were originally like, we're gonna make a super hard version too that has all the bosses, but then they just didn't include it for some reason. I wonder if maybe they just ran out of time or thought it wasn't fun. Ellington team says, I used to be able to get all 6. I lost my touch, now I can only get 5. That's weird, because if you can get 5, surely you can get 6. I'm not trying to be like that guy, but I am gonna be like that guy for a minute. Just get good. You got 5. If you can get 5 keys, you can get 6. Be slightly more perfect, and you'll be good. Be 1% better, and you'll be fine. Charming rounds. They look like me. It's like a little me wrapped up in a package. You don't need all 6 key those to get the chest key and the baby dragon, right? You can cheese the dragon with 5 keys. I think you can even cheese it with 4 keys by opening up 4 chests, throwing things through the locked door and then blanking, and it pushes the items away. But it seems a little inconsistent to me. But you can do it, you can cheese it. Empty Pop says, from what I remember, Gungeon code base got to a point where adding anything would break the game. I mean, yes and no, I think. It certainly isn't like the best code base in the world, but like, I'm sure the developers could still add stuff to the game. Nothing's impossible in programming. Annoying, maybe. Takes a long time, yes. Impossible, no. If they wanted to make another DLC, they could. That's all I'm saying. Nothing's stopping them but themselves. Lazy game developers, am I right? Fun fact, Gungeon is made in 3D. We've talked about that before as well. It's actually very difficult these days to make an actual 2D game, especially if you're using something like Unity or Unreal. Those are 3D game engines. If you're making a 2D game, you're faking it. That's pretty much just the way it goes. So I mean, I really like this right now. Here's what we're gonna do. I want the big boy, but I'm gonna steal the nod key. That way we get to save 115 bucks. And then we'll just roll the cash to the next floor. I think I'm also gonna do some munching. You have to use an actual rasterized engine, which, go figure, aren't that common these days. Pretty much, yeah. And even then, like, even if you were using a 2D engine, if it has Z indexing, wouldn't that technically make it like a 3D engine? I guess it's like very, I guess no, like it's very definition specific, right? Simply layering things on top of each other doesn't really make it 3D, I suppose. I can't do Gungeon facts with you. No, back when I was playing more Gungeon, we did like a Gungeon trivia. People would ask me Gungeon trivia. I didn't know any of the answers to the questions they were asking because it's all like super specific knowledge. It's like, who is Brother Alburn's brother? And it's like, I don't have no freaking idea. I don't know the lore. It's like, you have to see a picture on a wall in a specific room, and then there's a painting, and if you look at the painting, you can see a character on it, and then you have to infer something from it, and it's like, I don't know. Who's this guy? Dork Dorkelstein is who he is. What a dork. Zerg says, pizza rolls obtained. Man, I could go for some pizza rolls right about now. No. You know, I don't have pizza rolls. I do have mozzarella sticks in the freezer. If I wanted to, I could make mozzarella sticks. I have no reason to do that. I have nothing else to go with them right now, but... maybe Screecher is just named that way because it just makes you want to screech your ears. Don't worry, baby good mimic. One of these days, I'm gonna make you something special. Maybe we can do that here. No, that's just a cell creep, unfortunately. So maybe next room. Also, there was a comment earlier in chat. I'd have to scroll up to see it. Someone said, someone got baby good mimic, gold junk, junkin. I've definitely had multiple junkins before. I prefer non-gold junkins. I think gold junkin is not that good. People say the fat line is bad. Like, have you seen the Screecher? The only thing the Screecher does, and it's not even a good thing, is that it breaks chests really quickly. Fat line is a weird one. I actually think the fat line has uses. In particular, it's really good in BCDD20T because it doesn't spawn blobs and it doesn't reflect bullets back at you. So I kind of like it for that situation. Otherwise, I do think it is pretty bad, though. Stage 7 Junkin is where it's at. I don't count them. The only Junkins that matter are the first one and then the last two. The first one because then you have it, and then the last two because they're the good ones. That guy just walked into the pit. Yeah, I'll kill you. Okay, what do we got? A black chest. I mean, we gotta... let's do it. M1911 is fine. Fight Saber is boring, but fine. Fight Saber is worth holding, using, and then gun munching later. Maybe we can get something better out of it. It's hard to really say it's bad, because it's not bad, it's very good. Unfortunately though, just a lot of the red and black quality guns are just kind of hit or miss. And not because they're inaccurate. He's on a roll! Get it, a roll! What's the most fun S-tier gun? I mean, I think it's... that's a tough one. Because the obvious answer is Gunther, because it is the strongest gun. And while it is strong, you do just end up using that gun for your whole run. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But what would be like the most fun gun? I mean, I have fun with makeshift cannon because it one-shots bosses. And if you can find a way of cheesing more ammo out of it, then you can one-shot every boss, which is really cool. And I find that to be fun because you're interacting with the game a little bit more other than just using one gun for the whole thing. The limitation of the makeshift cannon and trying to play around with it is interesting design. But if I had to say what's the most fun gun, it's probably one of those two. Yari Launcher's good, but nothing special. Yeah, like Compass Ring of Triggers. You know, there's ways that you can work around it, which I think make it a more fun weapon. I guess Fight Saber is kind of fun because you got to spend a lot of time, you know, manually reloading and being very careful about your reloading and everything. But it's also very safe. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, Fight Saber is S tier. Forgot about this again. Gotta make sure to save a key. Ooh, it's the good one! Great Queen! Welcome! I like Fight Saber because of the lightsaber sounds, says Friday Night. Green Crow says, poor baby good mimic trying its hardest and still missing most of the time. One of these days, he will be good. You think that I could just like put the ant on its head and say, look, ant, be an ant, but no, he's very picky about what he transforms into, I guess. I completely forgot about the cup, by the way. What do we do here? We're gonna get rid of Screecher. We're gonna get rid of get rid of the HP. I'm gonna get rid of the HP. I'm gonna keep heavy boots. If we get a shotgun, we can get a shotgun synergy. And then I'm leaving. We got 200 bucks. That's pretty good for damage. AJD says, I like the blanking S-tier guns. Do you mean, this is wrong, this is the entrance, not the exit. Do you mean blank bullets or the composite gun which blanks? Or do you mean the black hole gun? Or do you mean dark marker? I guess there's more than one. A Sour Lemonade in chat says, the first run I ever beat was with Magic Sniper Rifle, Pressurized Air Tank, still one of my favorite runs. I do love when you get a Pressurized Air Tank run where the tank is shooting out sharks that are larger than like, the screen. That's fun. Yeah, if we get a key, we can go fight the rat. Don't forget. Somehow Black Hole Gun is A tier, says Sour Lemonade. Oh, you're right, yeah. Is the Egg Gun also S tier, asks Friday Night. Weirdly enough, B tier, blue tier. But I do love me a good egg run. Abyssal Black Hole, one of the best synergies. It does just so much damage. In challenge mode. Got it. Give me the shot grub with a synergy. Ah! Just like the real thing. Is this the homing? Hello. Is this the homing synergy? I don't think so. Ooh, Polaris. Now that's a gun. Dark Marker and Composite. Dark Marker, the synergy, I think makes it pretty bad. Dark Marker itself also has issues with certain bullet passives, like Helix bullets, it doesn't work properly. Composite gun also doesn't really work with Scattershot or Helix correctly. Just one of those, you know, mini Gungeon bugs that are gonna stay with us forever. Rip us, right? That was the BCDD20T demo room. If only every room in BCDD20T could be that easy. Walk in, hit spacebar, walk out. Careful. We do need ammo and something. Stick it in barrel. Barrel. Maybe even try to level up the Polaris a little bit. I wouldn't mind having a better general room clearing, boss killing weapon. Should be close to leveling up. BCDD20TS with the S standing for spacebar. Spacebar. Old Polaris W3. I mean, we do have probably like a 60-70% damage bonus right now with it, so it's actually pretty good at killing things, but as soon as you get to level 2, then it's fine. What is W3 on Polaris? When you level up the weapon and it becomes stronger, it says W2, W3 for the weapon level. So, if we can stack up Polaris bonuses, this thing can be exceptionally powerful. The Cave Story Gun, another game I have not played, but I should because it is apparently really good. Isn't it level 3 and not W3? The gun says W3 over your head. Maybe it's is it LV? It looks like a W. That's why it's W3, because it just looks like a W. It's very weird. I don't know. When it levels up, I'll try to keep an eye open for it and read it myself. Honestly, if it says LV, I always thought it was a W. It's LVL. That would explain why it looks like a W. That would definitely explain it. All you need now is metronome. Metronome would be fun. Bomb. Nah, I'll stick with the big boy. Big boy! All right, boss, killing, gun, maybe Gungeon Ant, maybe Frost Giant. Tread not. That thing didn't get blown up, did it? I'm just gonna blank it. Hello. Default says I missed the rat. Not yet! Oh, now I wish I could go back for that bomb. It's LV, the pixel in the bottom left is unnatural, which is why it's LV and not W. Look, whatever it is, I always just think it's a W, okay? I'll pay attention when we get to it again, and we will get to it again. I promise you. Buy my gun! Obviously Q. AJD says, what's the rat code? Let me see if I can remember. Up, up, right, right, down, up. Is that correct? Let me see. Up, up, right, right, down, up. I remembered it from the other day. It still doesn't feel like the right rat code. Isn't my rat code like down, left, up, up, or something? Oh no, Miss Finch, welcome. Thank you very much for the resub. Hello. It's right, left, down, down. It's right, left, down twice. Oh, right, left, down, right, left, down. It's okay. That's an okay rat code. It's like down, left, up, right, down, I don't know, up. This rat code is for the B slot. I don't remember what the A slot was. Yeah, we can look it up later. You know, I'm just gonna melt the room, I think. Up. It looks like a W. If you're telling me that that's actually an LV, I don't know what you're smoking, but I want some. Up, up, right, right. Oh man, I haven't done hammer time in a long time. I saw it for a second and I was already scared. All right, where are you? Burning, poisoned, you're dead. And then what was it? Up, up, right, right, down, up. Okay. Down, up. Right, right, down, left, up, left, I think was the A slot, says AJD. How do you remember that? I'm the one who gets to play the runs. But that does ring a bell, doesn't it? Right, right, down, left, up, left. That really rings a bell. Yeah, it does. Dude, my guns suck. I have no good boss killers. Except for, of course... You're right! It's an LV. But there's an extra pixel at the bottom left. If it wasn't there, it would be a W. Absolutely correct. It's unnatural. Get out of here, rat. I'm on episode 240 right now, says AJD. Of which playlist? Farewell to Arms, I would assume. Sour Lemonade says Rat is the hardest fight in the game next to Advanced Dragon. I mean, it is literally 3 boss fights, so like, you're not wrong. It is very hard. You think we can get it leveled up? Not quite. I guess with our damage upgrade, pretty much any weapon is pretty solid right now. I'm just gonna stand here. Okay, that's a little slow. Frost Giant is a pretty strong weapon. Is it just me, or does this feel a little bit more to the left? the fight on top of the mech. Maybe my chair is just a little bit more to the right than usual. Hold on. Do a taunt. Do a taunt. I'm not being risky right now. That's electric bullets, I think, not bouncing bullets, unfortunately. Sour Lemonade says, I had a really good gunslinger run once. Got screwed by a jammed first phase rat. I had like 5 or 6 full hearts. I've gotten screwed. You're right, it does look a little bit to the left. The health bars are a little bit off center. I've been screwed on this fight with LJ. Because while the level was loading, he can hurt you. No, it wasn't LJ, it was, challenge mode. Like, Gull's revenge missiles and poison would just kill you before the fight even started. I remember those. Stop it. Yeah, that's what it is. Stop it. Easy. Give me something easy. There you go. Like, the center of the screen is here. I gotta move my chair. This is like making my eyes crossed. The heck? We can hold it at least. Might as well hold it. Got Glacier is decent. Refill your trays. Because of bullet standing position. No, it just seemed a little off center, off kilter. Sour Lemonade says, hot take, I play without turbo because I think turbo is harder than regular. I mean, yes, turbo is definitely harder than non-turbo. You know, as it happens, I would agree with you on that one. Let's go. Ammo. There's just like a couple of very specific instances where it's actually easier in normal mode. Sorry, easier in turbo mode. The gun cultists are one such enemy, and then the The dudes that spawn other dudes, like the jammed bulletkins that explode into bullets, you normally find them on Chamber 4. They're easier in turbo mode for some reason. It's just due to buggy programming. I lay a lot of blame on the developers, but it's wholehearted blame, right? Like, I still love the game and I play it a lot. We are going to drop this. We still have not picked up another familiar, which is very funny. I'm gonna drop... Fight Saber Glacier is a pretty good meld. Let's actually just go get the corpse. I know he's not actually dead, but he will be. He's a walking corpse. Well, actually, he's more of a sliding corpse at this point. One more. Is that... Wait, no. That is bouncing bullets. Let's go. Let's get rid of charming rounds. They kind of suck. Sour Lemonade says, you once said Old King was easier on turbo mode. Ah, so I know what you're actually referencing. You're referencing a opinion I have, which is that fight is easier on turbo mode because when the bullets move faster, they get off the screen faster. And when his bullets get off of the screen, he's less likely to combo with another attack. He's less likely to have multiple attacks on the screen that are hitting you at the same time, so you have to do more complex dodging. And I think that's, for the most part, accurate. He's probably a little bit easier on turbo. He's still hard, but I think he's a little easier as a result. But there are specifically, you know, enemies that are substantially easier in turbo mode. All right, who called it? Super Space Turtle, we got 2 of them. AJD says, I did. Lewis, welcome. How's it going? Now those shots from Space Turtles, they're gonna be gilded and they're gonna also be bouncing, I think. So we got some sick turtles. Sick turtle action. Ooh, that guy. That weird mummy bulletkin, he's easier in turbo mode because he fires more slowly. Again, just a weird bug in the programming. Two more and you can beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Again, if we pick up the turtle problem item, we'll have 5 Super Space Turtles at that point. And I think if we get the Inquisitor gun, they all get trench coats. That's not the name of the gun. I can't remember the name of the gun. Is that a fairy? I'm gonna have to retitle this one clickbaity. The most unusual run of all time. I have a fairy spawn. Push it to its logical conclusion. Every video gets clickbait. Every video is the best run of all time. Why? I'm playing it. We have fun here. And I'm the rat. Watch the rat beat a fairy. A video titled that is gonna get a lot of strange comments when people realize that you're not actually talking about furries. I'll open it. No, I regret everything. Now get zombie bullets turkey to get infinite ammo refund. Yeah, because turkey works on Space Friends, right? Or on, for some reason turkey works on Super Space Turtle? Does turkey work on other enemies or is it just them? I can never remember. But there are, oh, yes, there are weird interactions with turkey, absolutely. So we could get a ton of coolness. There's 1 HP. Let's do it. We want Big Boy. Where's Big Boy? Big Boy? Dude, the turtles, they're doing good. They're doing God's work. Left side. That's easy. Easy. He blanked when I activated. Will he blank again when I use this? Let me think. Let me try it. Does not look like he actually does. I want to find the secret, but I don't think we're going to. I will get these. I'll get the cigarettes. Let's have a smoke. Let's have a few smokes. It costs us Polaris? Well, it is what it is. This happened sometime in Farewell with the jank turkey stuff. Okay, sounds about right. No gun soul. Could get infinite coolness if we had gun soul, but we don't got gun soul. We do, however, have infinite blanks and infinite ammos. That's solid. Rip LV3, I mean W3. I'll be honest, I didn't realize it was LV this entire time. I was being non-ironic when I thought it was W. All right, that should be good enough. Give me Big Boy, give me Polaris. And actually, before we leave, we have some things to sell. And we should buy the keys. For 1,000 hours and you didn't know? We're like 2,500 hours and I didn't know. But it looks like a W, like a fancy W with a little bit of a side kilter on it. You can't tell me it doesn't look like a freaking W, right? Munch. So I remembered myself when I was selling items, I thought, hey, is there a gun muncher on this floor? There is. Let's munch. Made me question my existence when you said W. But it does look like a W. You can't tell me it doesn't look like a W. It looks like a W. RNG. You know, I realize now, I think it was last run when we were talking about, or I was talking about, how I choose what levels to go to. I didn't bring up RNG department. I don't go to RNG department often. I think that it is not that interesting of a floor. Most of the time, I kind of skip it. Well, look, we're at W2. Where are you? There you are. Looks like a W says to fault. I told ya! With increased coolness, it's worth the 2 minutes, says AJD. You know what? You're not wrong. That could have convinced me to go, had I remembered. Or had I kind of just realized that's a good point. You know, if we stack up even more coolness, maybe we can get some like weird things happening on the run, but I don't think we're gonna have that much coolness. I don't think we're gonna be able to get weird things happening on the run. It would require way too much to make happen. What are you shooting at? The accuracy is so bad. It's not worth it for what you have to give. It's only viable on rainbows, clones, or just OP runs. I mean, I would actually probably disagree. I would say that on most runs, you have garbage to get rid of. You're gonna be selling things anyways. You're not gonna keep every item you pick up on every run. I would actually argue, hey, dog. I would actually argue that the rat is probably not worth it in a lot of situations. Unless you can reliably ace, punch out, you're not gonna really get your money's worth when you go and fight the rat. You have to give up so much. You have to give up 115 gold. You have to give up tons of items because you need the keys in order to reach his location and the blanks, and you need the money. So you are giving up quite a lot to do the rat fight for very little value. RNG department is just 2 bad items and then 1 HP. Now, 1 HP might mean a lot, but 1 HP is not the be-all end-all, you know? There are runs where I don't want to get rid of 1 HP. And there are runs where, you know, you have HP off the screen. But again, like, if you're able to flawless the rat, you are probably fine going to the rat because you can make up your resources, but there's a catch-22, which is that if you can flawless the rat, you probably don't need those resources to begin with. You've played the game a lot, like me. I don't think it needs to be rebalanced. I think it, you know, rewards the muscle memory and the skill. What do you get for it? A single gun, maybe a chest. Well, I think it's guaranteed a gun drop because it is it's a boss fight, right? So you get a gun drop, and then it always drops a chest. Does it always? I think it always drops a chest. So you get that from RNG department. Yeah, not really that worthwhile. Mutation. But it is easy to get to again, because you tend to have a couple of bad items you don't care about, so you can just get rid of those. We do have Vorpal gun. You can just get rid of those, and then all you're really getting rid of at that point is 1 HP. Heck, you can get rid of junk, right? He'll take junk, I think? Does he take glass guanstones? If he takes junk and glass guanstones, that's another easy way of getting easy access to RNG if you need it. All right, just die. Most worth floors oubliette, says AJD. That's a tough one. It can be. I generally do it. But oubliette, as long as you're comfortable with the enemies you're fighting, oubliette it pays for itself because you get the money for a key from the shop and you get one item from the boss fight. So you're at minimum paying the 2 keys. On top of that, you're probably getting a little bit of extra cash and then whatever else you can garner from the floor. Should not have bought that because it did cost us damage, I'm realizing. Now that I remember, we have gold bullets, but that's okay. All right, let's do it. Sour Lemonade says, I'm pretty sure RNG department chest is only on a flawless and you have to pay a key for it either way. Really? If that's true, I did not know. Because I don't know, you could be lying to me. Thank you for the blank. That was great. Fantastic, even. Only the best blanks. Thank you, dog. Sour Lemonade says, finally I get to talk about my love of Gungeon with other Gungeon fans. If you know, what you love is something you should only talk about between you and your doctor. You gotta remember that the first spacebar does trigger the blank. I keep forgetting about that. Then we can hold the second one, pop it whenever we want. Friday Night says, did you mean Exit the Gungeon? Yes! Oh, how much do we love Exit the Gungeon? Exit the Gungeon! Exit the Gungeon. I played a little bit of Exit the Gungeon after the Gloctopus. Hate saying that. After the Gloctopus update. Did I find all of the content in Gloctopus update? Or was I still like missing some things? I don't remember. Abe, do you swear on stream? I try not to. I used to do it a lot more, and then someone commented at one point and they were like, hey, I don't swear as much. And I was like, you know what? Okay. For you, person I don't remember, why not? Sarah the M1, welcome. He definitely takes junk. Okay, so you can give him junk, and then that'll count for RNG access. So you give him 2 junk and then 1 HP, and then you're set. Sounds good to me. Oh, I forgot about you again. I swear once. I did the other day. I had to give myself a quick little language. You don't know half of the stuff that I do when I mute my microphone. Coughing, sneezing, swearing. What the? Is that a bouncing fish that got you? How embarrassing. Whoa! I forgot about that guy. What episode? I'll go watch it now. I will never remember. I don't remember my episodes of anything. You know, one good reason to have all of that coolness from the cigarettes, by the way, we've got very fast recharge on our big boy. Sometimes it can even recharge itself. That was fast. I need a key. Friday Night says, I would say that Exit the Gungeon's hats are the only thing it has that is positive. Honestly, I don't like the hats because the hats kind of make me think that it's a bullet or something in a lot of situations. Roar, welcome. How you doing? Abe, did you have to rewatch your own Gungeon Tips video before you returned as a refresher? No, this is vanilla. This is vanilla brain. I didn't get any tips. Go. I remembered this time. Abe say poo-poo. Poo-poo's not a bad word. People can say poo-poo. Everybody poo-poos. How are you still alive? Friday Night says, when you're playing Isaac, you definitely think everything is a dick in that game. That is absolutely correct, but that's also absolutely true. Everything is a dick to you in that game. All the enemies are dicks. And that's not a swear word. You can't be mad at me for that one. That's not like against the FCC regulations or anything like that. I can't protect you from the world at large. There's no keys, so you know what? Screw it. I'm lazy. Oh, wait a minute. I get free ammo. That's a fast bullet hell. Got lucky on the 50-50 here, because I was pretty sure this would loop up. I'd say more like a 70-30 on that one. Sour Lemonade said, after my first Gungeon win, I made a vow to always take a screenshot after I win a run. I should have done the opposite, screenshotted all my losses on the save file. Wouldn't you be allowed one F-bomb per video, though? Or does that only work in movies? Actually, I don't believe that technically the government, like the United States government with film ratings, they don't rate that. That is a independent private organization that rates films, I think. So that films get one curse word, that's not an FCC regulation. They just regulate what you can air on TV, I think. And not on cable either, just on like broadcast television. So there you go, the curseless Abe Gungeon run. A decent run. I think we had just the right amount of cigarette play in there. We didn't need any more. Yeah, not a crazy run, but a run nonetheless, and a pretty decent run. A fun run. All right, I'll admit it, it was pretty strong. Lots of cash, gilded bullets, double space turtles, infinite Yari launcher. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.